Okay, guys, so I said I'd do a Taylor Swift joke. So, feeling like I'm 22, we're looking at Season 2, Week 2 of the Windsor Standard Super League. Jay Rector, Brett Tetley, how you doing?
Very good. Yourself?
Really good. So, just do a little throwback here. This is going back to something prime time in the media. It was MTG Fitness, and it actually relates to our personal life, which is pretty fun. Me and this guy are hitting the iron. We're going back to the gym, and
Sure.
I tell you what, my magic's gotten better. I feel like the brewing powers that be are just on fire right now. So, fitness, health, body, mind, all that jazz.
It's really good.
Yeah, I love it a lot. So, coming into week 2 here, pretty aggressively, we've got some awesome decks. I will say the Star City Circuit is definitely impacting this league.
For sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think you're going to see that like in this league and all your local metas. Whatever's winning, people want to try.
Yeah, and that is Abzan.
Rally.
That's correct. So it's really interesting as we talked about this green-black company deck last week. We said, man, you guys don't even know about this deck. And couple cards difference, add in a little bit of that white, and there's a rally deck, which is really cool. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Let's go through the current standings, and then we're going to talk about who's playing what.
Yeah.
And get in the matchup. So let's check that out right now. Current standings, guys. Go for it.
Current standings. We have Jordan Sylvester at 1-0, myself at 1-0, Trevor Ravanello 1-0, Owen Ellsworth at 1-0, and Mo rounding out our 1-0s. Then the players who were not fortunate enough to win last week, but will be looking for wins this week. We have Jason Rector,
Yep.
David Bean, Joel Holosko, Tyler Ari, and Bradley Warren.
So a couple of good people. The champ is in the bottom, which is...
You know what? The champ started out 0-2 last league and came back to win it all. So he's not concerned.
Yeah, super crazy. You guys are awesome. No you. So week 2 matchups, guys. We've got Tyler Ari up against Mo Zahid, so my opponent last week. So we got Abzan Rally going against Sultai Control. Really excited. The next one is myself against Dave. So Esper Planeswalkers, and we'll touch on that. That one's really awesome. We got the champ, Brad Warren, of last season up against Joel. That's going to be our first round match. And then we've got Jordan, New Blood, up against Owen Ellsworth, who's again on Jeskai tokens. And Jordan playing mono red, that's not red deck wins. And again, we're going to talk more in depth about these lists, and I'm going to show you these lists as they play. And finally, we're going to round it out, Trevor Ravanello against our very own Brett Tetley. So, blue-black control, Abzan Rally. Pretty interesting.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to bring it back to the booth here again. Guys, Jay Rector here, mtgblogger.com. Brett Tetley. I gotta say, Abzan Rally, it's catching on fire, man. That deck's fast.
Really fun deck. A lot of interactions, a lot of things you can do. It plays very much like a fair game of Magic until it decides not to.
Yeah, and we've been talking about this obviously before we go live. It's just it looks like it could be an Aristocrats deck or maybe like a Birthing Pod deck from Modern. And I'm asking Brett, I'm like, is it like that? He's like, it's more like Aristocrats.
Yeah.
And it's okay because that was a really powerful deck. If you remember, Falkenrath Aristocrat, Cartel Aristocrat going back in the day, really hard to beat that deck. Skursdag High Priest,
Doom Traveler, just a lot of synergy, right? A lot of
guy.
pieces that work together. This is very much like that, but it's worse at protecting itself. But still very explosive, creates board presence situations that are really hard to deal with, and
it plays an honest game like you say until it's not. So looks like Joel is on the play, guys. We might be ready to go down to the table, and let's give these people what they're looking for, some fantastic Windsor magic.
We'll talk through some of the deck lists as they play.
Yeah,
talk through
definitely.
the action.
Absolutely. That's what it's all part of. So down to the tables we go.
Joel repping those beautiful promo planes.
Yeah, with the bubblegum sleeves.
Yeah, from a few sets back.
So red, white, aggro. How low to the ground is this guy?
We have 4 Hammerback Walker, 4 Knight of the White Orchard, 3 Seeker of the Way, 3 Burmaz, 2 Pia and Kieran Nalar.
Love that card.
Right? Kind of spicy.
All right.
And then all the way up to 2 Storm Breath.
Okay, so not so much aggro. Doesn't feel like if you ever got a Storm Breath.
Healthy curve. We're running 2 Outpost Siege, 2 Chandra Pyromaster, so...
All right, well, they both kept on 7, guys, and we're just already in the action here. So we see a Seeker of the Way here, attacking into a Sylvan Carrot by Brad. Abzan Constellation. Wait till you see Starfield and Nyx make the game unfair, let me tell you. So what have we got as the follow-up here? Knight of the White Orchid. So not too bad when you're on the draw as opposed to the play because you get to go get the land with this guy. But unfortunately, that's not going to be a series this turn. Pass back over to Brad, see what he wants to do. I like, and we'll show you guys the deck list as well. Brad is playing 2 copies Sigil of the Empty Throne. Hey, what's going on, guys? And hello to everybody in the chat. Thanks for checking us out. We just went live, and we already have people talking in the chat room.
Oh, these guys are great.
Man, Twitch is doing it.
Some of the best viewers on all of Twitch right here in this stream. We love you guys.
Real good. So Brad tapping 2 lands here. What's he going for? Looks like Herald of the Pantheon.
Yeah,
so,
kind of the engine that gets this party started, right?
Yep, and guys, if you want to talk about little mental triggers for yourself, things to try not to forget about, Herald is one of them. So every time he plays an enchantment, he gets to gain a life. And we're going to see if Brad remembers to gain a life here. It's often a new trigger people are going to forget. And it looks like he's going to stay at 18.
I think he went down to 17 off the ping, and
Yep.
then remember to gain the life, went back up to 18.
If that's what he did, then I'm
Yep.
a fan. Perfect. Good for him.
Needed the double green there, so I had to pay one off the pain land.
Yep. Now, it's a very good card. I don't think he wants to be blocking any of these creatures. One has first strike, so you're not blocking that. You probably just take your beats. Be my guess.
One, he just cast Valor Stance, so, the other one has got the old...
Indestructible?
Nope.
Prowess. I know we have Prowess.
Prowess, yeah.
Yeah. Seeker's got that.
So, big hang. Here we go, Hanger back. Hanger back, Walker?
Yeah, Hangerback Walker foil, a little bit shiny there, so I'm not on the boat yet. I understand why people love it. It's a value creature, just not there yet. I'm playing different decks, but great card here. We're going to see how it does.
So it's Purity asking, where is Bondi? Bondi is actually the man behind the camera.
Yeah, Table Spotter McGee.
Those magic fingers, working the life totals, making sure everything stays copacetic on the table.
Copacetic and
working hard behind the scenes.
You know what we call that? That's just good teamwork.
That's just good teamwork. That's good stream building.
So I do like Chain of the Rocks. It's been out of the meta for a while.
Yeah.
Love that Joel's playing it. And Joel, guys, he will bring you a fresh brew every single time if you're thirsty. I love having Joel in the league. He's
Tall
awesome.
glass of water, right?
Tall glass.
Are you thirsty?
Have some
Here's
of this.
something for you.
So interesting factoid here. Brad's got 3 copies of Doomwake Giant in his main, which is really cute. It's a great answer against these red-white aggro builds or any sort of aggressive build, and we'll see if that gets off the ground, because essentially when he starts building up that front of large creatures that are enchantments, he can really do some damage, especially when you back it up with the Starfield of Nyx turning it into a 5/5. So here we see Sigil of the Empty Throne. So whenever he casts an enchantment spell, he gets a free 4/4 Angel.
Seems good.
That's going to be tough to beat.
Seems like a fine card.
Yeah. Another Hangerback Walker. So what do you think about this card in multiples?
Oh, it's fine.
Just a good card all around?
Yeah.
Couple mana sinks?
It's fine early game and it's fine late game because you can just pump more into it and you get like a bigger value creature, right?
Yep. Now, unfortunately, Brad's got to take the beats here because he does have a longer game plan, like a bigger, later game plan.
Yep.
So I wouldn't block here either. I'm still not doing that.
No, for Brad, it's just about using your life as a resource, stretch the game out as long as possible,
Yep.
and then get to a board state that your opponent can't beat, right?
And it's going to be tough because look at the board. But again, Hangerback Walkers,
But
who cares?
once we start putting out some 4/4s,
Yep. 4/4s and Doomwake Giants to negate the Hangerback value, then that's where he's ahead. And that's where Brad's trying to get. Joel's saying, I need to close this game out faster than later because the writing's on the wall here.
agreed.
Yeah. So we'll see how this game goes. Brad taking a think here. What does he want to play this turn? If he plays an Eidolon, that's fantastic because he plays the enchantment, gets a 4/4 Angel, gets a 4/5. I think he's back in the game. Not too far away either. If he plays Eidolon of Blossoms, he gets a Engine online, which is okay.
Nope, seems like we're on that line.
Well, guess the morph.
The old 4/4, 4/5, neg one your board.
Yep. So I'm sure he would have loved to have done that after the Hangerback Walker does its deal, like after it dies, just to wipe the board. But
Sure, but like in theory, as long as he plays something again next turn,
yep,
it's going to happen again and again and again.
that's right. So
And this is kind of that where you start to get in multiple triggers. When Starfield Nyx comes online and he starts bringing back horses and things from his graveyard, that's where you're going to see the ugly board states that'll be unbeatable.
that's sweet and nasty. So we see a new art, Evolving Wilds, being cracked here, getting a basic mountain into play tapped. So he can play Pia and Kiran Nalar, so that's pretty sweet. Hard to say that one. Good to see us. Good to hear from you as well. So here comes Chain of the Rocks. What is that going to hit? I'm going to guess Doomwake Giant. And I don't think that Brad actually has any copies of Reclamation Sage in his main, so no. So that's going to be tough. But he does have Banishing Light at 4, so he might be able to just... That would be a hell of a hammer.
Yep. So very, very doable.
Yep.
Just a Banishing Light, bring it back in, neg the whole board again.
Yep. And again, guys, he was able to cast Doomwake Giant because of the Herald of the Pantheon already. And it's gaining him life as long as he's remembering his triggers. Like, it's fantastic.
When does the mono red play, gents?
Oh, wait and see, I guess. I'm not even sure. But we'll let you know.
Slot him in spot 3, spot 4, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, round 3 or 4. That's
somewhere
fair.
around there.
I do believe our own Tetley's going to be playing next round, which is exciting.
Could be.
So, looks like an attack with Seeker of the Way and Knight of the White Orchid here. He has to do in a block. Takes out the Prowess to gain the life and start to get back in the game. Draw? What could it be?
Well, if you're wondering about the best list, we have a possible contender for you tonight.
Oh, a couple.
Now, it's got a rough match ahead of itself.
Oh, gross.
Whip.
So Whip of Erebos coming into play, generating a gain life, a 4/4 angel. So now, like we said, guys,
Whip it good.
he's he's whipping it real good. Yeah. No, this is
Whip
disgusting.
it real good. Get in there for 4. Here it comes.
What just happened?
We see a draining gain for 4.
I don't know. Does Joel have anything in his main to get rid of this?
Mm-mm.
No, just looks like he's just very super. Okay, he does have Storm Breath Dragon, but that may not be fast enough because of Whip of Erebos.
Yep.
But it's nice. It's pro white, so it gets through all the angels he ever makes.
So Joel heads up play, putting a counter on his hangerback walker at the end of the turn.
Yep.
Just to give himself as much value as he possibly can in this game that it's getting way out of hand real fast.
Yeah, the best list is true. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I agree with that. So we got a reader here, and that's fine. Making 2 Thopters, which is great. That card just seems like, hey, Perforos, let's high five each other, take 6. I just like it, but not in this list, obviously.
Let's see what we got on Brad's side. So it looks like he drew a second copy of
Sigil of the Empty Throne.
and as well as everyone's favorite green friend that makes all your enchantment friends cost less.
Oh man, he could have a big turn here.
Could have a very big turn.
So he spends 2 mana, he plays the Herald, that's fine. He taps 2 more, he plays Sigil of the Empty Throne. I believe it costs 5. So he can't do that unless he has a land.
So looking for a draining gain of 8 here.
Man, this game's almost over.
Yeah, it's if he can string together a couple enchantment spells this turn, then essentially, there's going to be too much value for Joel to fight through.
Very talented commentary, guys. We are just a reflection of our community, so that's you guys. We live to entertain these folks. Guaranteed.
Are you not entertained? No. Yeah, we're here for you,
Yeah, man, awesome.
and you're here for us.
Yeah,
so
it's just
give
a
and take.
big love circle. That's all it is. Don't take that out of context. So, he really wants to hit a Banishing Light, though. That gets the Doomwake Giant back, and that puts the game 10,000 feet away.
Sure, but this is fine. He gained some more life. He
Yeah,
played a
it's-
sigil.
That's all she wrote, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to quickly cut back to commentary, talk to us for just a minute.
GG, 1 coming up.
GG. So, guys, we're going to bring it back to the booth here saying hello. And we do appreciate everybody out there checking us out on Twitch so far. But we do want to have the deck list shown to you as well. And where else can they find these deck lists? Because I know we went through some loops to make this happen. Because you guys asked for it.
It's true.
So, you don't see it. You should be seeing it on the commentary names over here. But we have a Facebook group, and it's the Windsor Super Standard League group. And if you guys want to join, it's public. It's personal, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to invite you. We go out of our way
Oh, we'll be here for you.
to go out there for you because you guys are here for us. So, first things, let's check out which deck do you want to see first. You want to see Brad's or Joel's? Which one should we bring
Joel's.
up? Joel's. Let's bring it up. So let's
Because
go check it
I
out.
need to see whether there's any answers to
I don't know.
what I just watched.
All right, so let's check it out, guys. So Joel Holosko playing some red-white aggro. Have a look at it. It's in the main, 3 copies Brimaz. He's got 4 Hangerback Walkers, 4 Knight of the White Orchid, 2 Pia and Kiran Nalar, 3 Seeker of the Way, 2 Stormbreath Dragon, as we've alluded to. In terms of spells, he's got 2 Secure the Waste, 2 Valorous Stance, 2 Wild Slash, a Roast, 24 lands, which you can obviously see. And I like this. He's got 4 Chain to the Rocks, 3 Dictate of Heliod. So that's his sub theme to the deck. 2 Outpost Siege, keep the fun going. And I do like 2 Chandra Pyromaster because if he's aggressive, if he has these aggressive draws, he can make creatures essentially not be able to be blocked, which is great. So
Yep.
in the sideboard, oh sorry, 2 seconds. In the sideboard, you get Brad. I got this. We've got Ashcloud Phoenix, Elspeth Sun's Champion, 1 End Hostilities, which I think is great if you get overwhelmed like he did. We've got a Fate Forgotten, 2 copies of Mastery of the Unseen, which is great against control. Yep, we've got a Roast, 3 Surge of Righteousness, a Tragic Arrogance. That card's going to be picking up. It's really gross. 2 Valorous Stance and 2 Wild Slash. But what has Brad got going on?
So Brad, as we're seeing, is playing the great kind of devotion / enchantment strategy here
It's overwhelming, man.
with 2 Starfield Nyx, 4 Herald of the Pantheon, 4 Banishing Light, 3 Doomwake Giant, 3 Nyx Weaver, 4 Krupik's Insight, 4 Idolina Blossom, 1 Freak, a God of Affliction, which will do a lot of work in this match, just gumming up the ground, making those Death Touch guys, 4 Sylvan Caryatid, 2 Sigil of the Empty Throne, and 2 Whip of Erebos, along with a huge slew of lands. In the sideboard, we have 1 Ugin, 2 Extinguishable Hope, 2 Elspeth Sun's Champion, 3 Heroes Downfall, 3 Nyx Fleece Rams, 3 Thoughtseize, and 1 Hornet Queen. In Joel's list, what do you like bringing in out of the sideboard?
Well, let's cut back to the booth as we do our speaky speak. What am I doing here? I think that I have to bring in Elspeth to stand a chance. I think I like Valorous Stance a lot just because I can kill the Angels, I can kill the Doomwake Giant. I like all that stuff. I don't love it. I don't think this list beats this Abzan Constellation build too much, but I do think I like... Yeah, I'm all about the Valorous Stance. I don't mind the Roast. I like... Yeah, mainly those 3 cards.
So I'm going with the Elspeth, Tragic Arrogance, and Hostilities, and Fate Forgotten. Those are the cards I want in this match.
Yeah?
Yep.
I don't know.
For Brad's list, I think I want the 3 Nyx Fleece Rams.
Yeah. Yeah, I want Nyx Fleece Rams. I don't mind Extinguish All Hope in case it gets bad. It's a bit slow.
Maybe.
You know, it's a bit slow, but he can't ever beat a Resolve Ugin, I don't think.
And I could easily put in make a case for putting in the 3 Downfall.
Yeah. Ugin is great and all, getting the life, doing 3 damage, but we got to remember his guys are colorless, like Hangerback Walkers, which is a great answer to Ugin. I just think Brad's got this one. I think the deck is just stronger than what Joel's got, which is no knock to Joel. I mean, the deck is very brewish, and
well,
it's very tempo-based. It's like Jeskai, right?
If Joel's going to win, he's going to have to have an aggressive open.
Yeah.
He's going to have to win out of the gate, right?
Yep.
And cards like Board Wipes are very hard for Brad's deck to come back from.
Yep.
Cards
like
Elspeth can create a lot of blockers, but Brad's going to the air, so...
Yeah, and we get into these cards like Dictative Heliod, so he wants to be a tempo aggressive player.
Sure.
But I don't know if it's fast enough. Like, I don't see any 1-drops. I don't know that it's as fast as it needs to be. So we're going to find out. Again, I'm not trying to knock anybody's list. I'm just all on Brad this one. I think it's great. I've lost to this Abzan Constellation deck playing Control. It's tough to beat sometimes when it has those value draws. Kind of like Abzan Rally.
Sure.
So that's what I think. What do you guys think? We should have a give and take. What do you guys think? Is it
little straw poll?
Straw pull it up? Yeah. Is it Abzan Constellation or is it Red White? You let us know.
So funny, we have Brad and Joel playing.
Yep.
So BJ, so you can just put a B. If you think Brad's going to win this one, you just put a J for Joel. And
I mean, I guess you could do that.
that's something you could do.
You could just say Brad or Joel, keep it PG-13. I mean, yeah.
It's a family show. And
It's a family show. Too funny, guys. No, everybody out there. Sounds like we're going to have some locals in the chat. And guys, this is interactive. So if you want to say hello, if you want to talk about a deck that you're playing, if you want to talk about the upcoming Pro Tour and what decks you think are going to be up there, I want to know about it, and you guys want to talk about it. So they are ready. Joel kept 7. I'm not sure what's going on with Mr. Champ himself, Brad Warren, but we're going to find out as we go down.
it's like Brad is on 7 as well.
Fantastic. Let's go. Let's have a good game. Temple of Triumph, scrying to the bottom.
Getting that mana straight.
Feels so good. Back over to Brad. Excuse me. Table spotters look like they might be updating the match results for us there.
Yep. Gosh, they're good at what they do.
They got a keen eye. So it looks like Temple of Melody is the play. There we go. They're figuring.
There we go.
Okay, so again,
So Seeker of the Way.
yeah, Superman, right? Because in Heroic, he
Yeah,
makes
really-
all the difference. That guy.
Really good start.
Yep.
See a couple small mana spells, but his hand isn't doing a bunch. We have Chain of the Rocks. We have a Dictative Heliod, a Wild Slash. Looks like another Scryland.
All right. So what I like about this, I'm starting to get a better picture of the way Joel wants to play this game out. He puts out like a Seeker of the Way early. He has Chain of the Rocks to get rid of Corsair Crew Fix if that comes out, and then he has the Wild Slash to beat up on anything else. So he can fight with 5/5. So I like that. And we're gonna see just how this one plays out here. I imagine, yeah, hit that Wild Slash, trigger your prowess, go ahead and swing, huge life point swing here, and follow it up with the Temple after that.
Well, it's a lot of this kind of tempo play that he wants to keep doing, right?
Yep.
Wild Slash on top, and he's gonna bottom it.
I just think that if he plays more Storm Breath in the main, he can get into these turns where we go right into 5 and it's haste again and start going that way. That might be even better. But looks like Dictative Heliod. Oh.
It's the Storm Breath today, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's a filthy McNasty in your hand. It looks good.
He also has a looks like he has trying to make it out.
Soulfire Grandmaster, maybe nope.
Nope.
Outpost Siege,
Outpost
Dictative
Siege,
Heliod.
yeah.
Outpost Siege. Oh, he's got a great curve.
It's good. It'll be interesting to see what roadblock Brad can put up in the way right now.
Well, there's one.
Yep.
Which you kind of okay because you've got the Outpost Siege
Sure.
in your hand. So
And you're gonna wish that you had that, right?
yep.
Here it comes. Looks like we're going to set it on cons.
Yep, definitely going to be on cons. And I think if you're Brad, that kind of tells you have a slow hand. Because you wouldn't really care about this 2-2 anyway. So here's another fetch land. So Brad taking a bit of damage here, down to 14. So life totals, guys, 14-23 in favor of the red-white Boros aggro deck.
So by Winfrey saying, I want to hear MTG's blogger thoughts on Mana Gorger Hydra as an include in Bant Heroic.
Oh, boys. So we're talking about Mana Gorger Hydra. After this match, we're going to talk more about that. I'm going to give you the cleanest commentary, but Mr. Winfrey, so happy to see you here, and we will be talking about that. Card's good, I'll tell you that much. But it doesn't live languish, and we're going to talk, again, more about that after the match. Cons in play. Joel's already got the card advantage. Brad just shuffling up. We'll see what he wants to do for the turn. Okay, so we have an Eidolon of Blossoms, a bit of a card engine going on here. Draw a card. So in terms of, here we go, exile the top card. We see Hangerback Walker.
Oh, that's a fine card to get for free.
It's not the worst, yeah. So now he's deciding, do I want to play the Hangerback Walker or do I want to play the Dictate of Heliod? I think it's way better playing Dictate as a surprise card instead of just jamming it out there. You play the Hangerback as a 2-2.
I played the Chain of the Rocks and the Hangerback.
Yeah, I think it's the best thing.
Because I can't leave him, see, I don't like this just because I don't want to leave him that engine on the table where if he starts chaining enchantments, he just gets free card draw.
Yep. See, yeah, and I'm kind of with you on this one. I think I would have much rather played the Mountain, played my Hangerback Walker, used the Plains, tap, play Chain of the Rocks. But Joel does not want to do that. It looks like he's opting more for the Dictate of Heliod approach, which is kind of funny. If he wants to do that, if he attacks with Eidolon here, and he's obliged to block, he's got a decent attack on the Crackback.
Yeah, but Brad's not going to attack. Because
No, I
Brad's
don't
not the
think so.
beatdown deck, right?
Nope.
He's like, let me set up my board. He's like, I'm going to draw a card. Next turn, I'm going to mill a couple. We'll get Starfield of Nyx online. We'll start bringing it back for value.
Yep. And because he has the better game plan, he can sort of, not better, but the longer game plan. I think
He's definitely playing to the long game, right?
yeah, it's BL Winfrey, buddy. It's okay.
Wow, look at that. B.O. Winfrey.
Love it.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. Won't
Yep.
make that mistake twice.
Okay, so love the comments from the chat. Thinking about ideas we can do in between rounds for commentary, like crack a pack, you know? Oh, man. Guys, Brett Tetley's big on the draft. We should do a What's Your Pick with Brett Tetley. That would be like its whole thing.
Oh, what's your first pick?
Yeah, well, first picks with Brett. I love it. I love it. Just throwing it out there, guys. That's fantastic. So, what shall Joel do? Revealing Roast. And again, tons of super foils on his side. Joel is, he is a card pimp. He loves playing those shiny cards. Oh, guys, I know something you don't, and it is fantastic. Let's see how Joel wants to sequence his turn. I do believe, though, that if he did use Chain of the Rocks there, that would have been much better. I'm just all
Yeah, I
about
think
that.
so. You just want it off the table.
Just get it out of here.
Get out of here.
What you doing there?
You can't let him draw free cards.
Nah.
The deck's good enough and it has like so much power that you can't let it draw free cards.
Yep.
So what's he going to hit with the Roast?
Probably the Eidolon Blossoms.
I think it's actually going to be the Nyx Weaver Spider.
Yeah, I understand it. I just...
Because you can swing through the other one, right? Like he's probably not going to block with it, but
No. But
although
I think
if you're going
he's,
to play the Nyx, you can't play the Nyx this turn though.
he's
so.
saving Chain for Doomwakes or something bigger. Like he's trying to do
I
that.
guess.
He has to be, right? Because he's not casting. He didn't
I
cast
know.
those. That seems to be like what his thought process is. But I like just, shenanigans. We have Starfield of Nyx. So it just
Wombat
got real.
Twin saying flip or rip.
Flip or rip. Oh, man.
You see that game played?
No, I have
That's
not.
a sick game.
You know, maybe hold on. Is this the one where the guy actually rips a Tarmogoyf on?
Yeah, you shuffle all
no.
the cards face down,
No.
and then you just decide whether you flip it or you're going to rip it.
Nah, that's crazy talk.
It is crazy talk.
I mean, unless you're, no.
Even then, you got to hate money.
I was going to say, unless you've got millions of dollars, blah, blah, blah. But even then, if you're going to rip a card in half, guys, give that card to somebody else who could use it. Let's be fair to one another.
Pack foil Jace gone out of the
Back foil
community.
Jace would make me want to upchuck. So, speaking of upchuck, it's over to Brad here who's going to play Temple of Plenty. Go ahead, scry.
Sigil of the Empty Throne coming down.
God, that card's good.
Fine magic card.
Keep in mind, he also has Starfield of Nyx in the yard, which this little spider can go grab.
Oh yeah.
So that's Joel's signal to go start closing the game out. It's going to get bad. Flip or rep. Can't do it, guys. But again, big shout out to everybody on Twitch. Tell us where you're watching from. We love to know where our viewers are coming in from. Love those demographics. Wild Slash will be exiled with Outpost Siege. Card drawn, my favorite in the deck. That's Stormy Breath Dragon. Nyx Weaver Spider does have reach, though.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Yeah. This Wednesday.
Yeah, but you probably don't want to block with it now.
No.
Unless you absolutely have to, because then you don't get your sack effect, right? Wampa Twins there. I have my 4 Jaces anyway, so
Oh,
just go
Wampa
ahead.
Twins, I am so jelly. So jelly about this. Congratulations, by the way. Ohio.
From Boston, great to see you.
Boston. Love it. Ohio. Fantastic. So, what do we got here? Chain of the Rocks, taking the Spider,
Yep.
tapping some
Get
mana.
in for some damage.
The Wild Slash is legit. And here we go.
7 points coming your way.
This is what it's all about.
Now it'll be interesting to see, like,
What's that?
I think Brad's just dead if he doesn't have removal.
Yeah, if he doesn't have removal, he could use Sigil of the Empty Throne to make an angel after he plays a whip.
But it's white, right?
But it's white, so that the dragon gets through anyway. Yep. And again, he doesn't have much removal. So,
No, he's got the 3 downfalls on the side. That's why I said you could easily make a case for bringing in the 3 downfalls. But he didn't see
that's right.
any of these cards game 1.
So you're imagining he sideboarded them in, but he didn't. He just didn't see them, right?
Yeah.
So he had a pretty decent hand. Joel's been able to curve out quite well, which is kind of nice.
It's close to London, Ontario. Fantastic.
And we have a Windsorite, which means that is jackpot. Love it. Welcome, man. Welcome to your hometown stream. And you're watching, so that's great. And definitely get back into Magic. I've read your comments.
Tonight I'm actually going to be up in the London area on Sunday playing in a standard event up there.
Guess who might also be up there? MTGblogger.com.
Say it ain't so.
Might be playing in the event. True story.
Fantastic.
And find out more about that in just a hot minute. Back to the action. So Brad does have the whip. It looks like he's going for it, but he can't live a Monstrous Storm Breath. So we'll see what else he wants to do to navigate. If he has a Spider again, that'd be okay, because at least then you've got a way to block. You've got a 4/4.
Yep.
You start getting back into it this way. But definitely has some thinking to do.
He has 7 mana. If he plays an Eidolon, he could try to find the removal. Oh, that'll work too.
Hey, what you know about Extinguish All Hope? So let's destroy everything that is... Oh, he's going to lose. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to lose. So he's going to destroy all non-artifact creatures.
Gonna show
there it
him.
is. There it is. Hey, Heliod! Fantastic. So guys, what's going to happen is the Hangerback Walker...
Hangerback Walker.
It's fantastic. It's going to make a bunch of 1/1s, and Joel's going to follow up on his turn with the Dictate of Heliod, pumping the team up by +2/+2 each, I think.
Here, +2/+1.
Is it +2/+1 or plus...
Doesn't
I'm pretty
matter.
sure it's +2/+2.
Won't matter.
Well...
Dead is dead.
Dead is dead, guys. So what we're going to do here, we're going to bring it back over to the booth. And like I said, I know a super secret that you don't, and I think it's fantastic. Brett, what's that secret?
Are we gonna do it between rounds?
In between rounds, not between games, but it was just mentioned. Guys, what if we did what if we got a pack for you and we ripped it open and we said first pick with Brett?
Yeah. So we'll do it draft style.
Yep.
I'll open it up. We'll look at all the cards. We'll go through.
Yeah, we're going to show you the cards, obviously.
Pick one, pack one.
Yeah. And you know what? When we open the pack, it's got to be real... Let's get close to the mic right now. Just, what's that sound like? No, the mic's down here, buddy. What's this? You guys know that sound?
It's gonna be just like that.
Just like that. It's going to be super magical.
And then we'll fan them out just like this right here.
Just one of those, yeah. So
You guys tell me. We'll see if we can come to a consensus about what the right pick is. Pack one.
me and him usually never agree, but unless like it's a mythic bomb, it's all about that. If it's a bomb mythic, we're not going to be cheese. We're going to say, get that out of here. What's the real call? 'Cause
Sure.
that's a given. That's a given. So, talking about mythic, epic, awesome stuff, I want to kind of take a second to plug mtgblogger.com. So, we're doing this Esper Control season thing on my stream. So let me tell you a little bit more about that right now. So, let's flash the ad here, guys. So, Esper Control Season 1, Episode 2 is going live tomorrow, Thursday, so 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're getting into it. So what this is you're going to see the deck live tonight, which is super exciting. This is 5 weeks of Esper Control in Standard. I think this deck is positioned very well. Working with Dave Bean, my opponent, to build one of the best control decks in the format right now. It's not Sultai. Eternal Witness, Den Protector is very good, but we think Ojutai's Command Jace is just that much better. And we also get access to Elspeth, which is just nails in the coffin. Now, it's been winning me a lot of games, Dave as well. So I'm fully transparent on MTG Blogger. I want you guys to bring the best decks to your events. And if we're playing on Sunday, and if that event is Standard, which I don't think it is, but if it was, I'd be playing this deck. I'm not one of the guys that preaches something.
The one in London on Sunday is standard.
Oh boy, then I'm bringing this.
And there's PPTQ on Saturday in Michigan.
Oh, I want to be there too. I want to be all over the place.
Man, hard
Gotta
to
be
get
there.
enough Magic. But no, you're right. There's a lot of really good synergy in the control deck between the Charms ability and Jace and just like Ojutai's Command.
Yeah.
It's like counter that spell, bring my Jace back.
Oftentimes it's overlooked because the mode on Ojutai's command is you can bring the Jace back. So they spend a turn killing it, which is fine. Then at the end of their turn, you play Ojutai's command, you draw a card, return Jace, cards in the bin, you tap them on your turn, flip them into a walker again, and then it just spirals out of control because you're control. So really powerful stuff. Love it, and we're gonna see how it does tonight. Esper Control will win tonight. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I guarantee a win for one of the Esper Control players.
Yeah, so that's going to be a super fun match between me and Dave, who are both playing this list, and you're going to see that live.
I know Dave's taking it kind of like a personal challenge, right?
Well, it's interesting, guys, because Dave is the original deck designer for this, and he's always like, Jay, you got to be on Control. What are you doing? I said, I just don't feel like it's better than Abzan, and I finally got my hands on this brew. And it's
good.
It's designer versus blogger, I guess. Community enthusiast. What do I call? I don't know. Who cares? Member of the community trying this deck. It's super
Yoda
fun.
and Luke.
He would be the Yoda in this place at least.
Brimstone Obi-Wan Games. And
yeah, for sure. So talking about Brimstone Games, guys, they're the official presenter of this stream to you guys. They're also the sponsor for MTG Blogger streams on Thursdays. The articles, the YouTube content. Great store, casual or competitive. So if you guys are local or in the area, come by. Come say hello. They've got their stuff so far together. They're putting on the Grand Prix in Detroit. So that's fantastic. So
yeah,
Citadel for Brad, who's on the play. Pass it back to Joel.
Yeah, getting that perfect mana down. Let's see if he has a Caryatid to follow up on 2 or something that'll kind of ramp his game.
Ashiok is unisex. We don't know boy or girl. So what is Brad going to do? Decent hand. Looks like he has another Doomwick Giant, which is really good in this matchup, I think.
Sure.
So scry to the bottom and a pass back.
I think almost by the time you get to Doomwick Giant, though, you're either winning that match or you're not, right? Like
with his list,
you're winning it so hard, and that's just gonna prevent you from losing.
Yeah.
Or you're not winning at all.
Yeah. You're not wrong. It's just.
But it looks like Joel's off to a slow start.
Well, he doesn't have any turn 1 plays other than Wild Slash Chain. Like, there's no threat. So he has to have a Seeker here or a Hanger back for 1. And he will. So he doesn't have to take a damage, but he will if he plays... I love this.
Here's the Orchard to go get the free land.
Yep, so... Man, it's a Farseek.
Yeah.
God, that's good.
Essentially, it's a first striking Farseek.
Homebrewed Dwarf. What'd you get in the box, man? Tell us your top 5 cards. Hanger back Walker for 2. Oh, excuse me, for 1. Pardon me. What's that? Yeah, I see. So JD Drake going to join the party. One of our premier candidates for the new league. So
yeah, Youngblood.
Youngblood coming in off a hot win too.
Birthday win.
I'm just curious if I'm missing something. I feel like I am, but I see 4 mana tapped and a Hangerback Walker with 1 counter on it. Am I missing something, or should that not be a 2/2?
No, it's XX for each counter.
So if he pays 2 mana, he gets a 1/1.
Did he cast it this turn for?
Yeah, I feel like that's
all
what
4?
happened. Yeah, that's what I feel like what happened because I don't see anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and ask. The folks here. Is Hangerback? Not suppose. You hear the keystrokes. That's us trying to find that information super fast. Feels like I might have missed something. I'm not sure. So here comes Doomwick Giant, which will get the stance destroyed because it has toughness 4 or greater. And here comes an attack for 3. And King of Oreskos, Lino himself. I see what he did. So he played the Knight, and then he played the Hanger back for 1. Got it. Okay. All right, man. Thanks for the kind words. We'll see you again on the stream. Love having you. Appreciate it. So his hands...
Always.
Joel's hand's not the worst.
It's not the worst, and Brad's slow to the gate here.
Yep.
Plays Doomwick Giant, kind of Alistair stanced. Facing down a Brimstone as a first striker, Artifact 1/1.
Yep. It looks kind of bad, but a whip at any point's kind of right back in there-ish.
Well, kind of. But whip's only as good as the creatures you have on board with it, right?
Yeah.
A whip into an empty board like this does nothing. But
fair. Now, if it gets followed up with, like, if we have Sigil into whip, again, that starts happening, and he doesn't have Storm Breath, he starts to pull away.
Sure.
So...
No, there's a lot of powerful plays that Brad can do to kind of create parity.
And here's one of them to start. Unfortunately,
Can definitely be one of them.
Unfortunately, though, Wild Flash, right?
Yeah, but if he has anything to follow it up with, right? If he
Oh,
has
yeah.
a Courser that he can play this turn,
Whip
or
of Erebos, which I
Sure.
think he might go for. Oh, what do we got here?
Banishing Light.
Vanishing Light,
Doesn't
fantastic.
cost one less, and we're going to gain a life.
Yep, so up to 16.
So it's fine. Even if he Wild Slashes, then, you know, we're only going to take, like, 2 in theory, right? It's not that bad.
Yep.
So,
Oh, didn't
That
mean to show
one.
you that. So he is going to take one to cast that, so he will go down to 18. But I like this. It's almost like a devotion strategy. Hit that Herald, get it off the table, make him pay full price for his spells, and here's a block, taking 1. So back over to Brad here. We'll see what he wants
let's
to
see
do.
if he can find a powerful draw here.
Looks like the players are talking about something. Not sure what it is. Definitely some discussion.
I'm sure a table spotter sorted out. Looks like they're back on course.
Yep. And it looks like Brad might be going for an Eidolon. I'm not sure. He's tapping everything out here. Starfield of Nyx and a pass back. So every enchantment now has power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. So that means Eidolon of Blossoms are 4/4s. That means Doomwake Giants are 5/5s. Whip of Erebos is now a 4/4.
Not too shabby.
That's so gross. That's why Starfield's mythic, guys, because that will really sculpt the game. Okay, so guys, looks like they were just talking about land drops.
Yeah. Everyone wants to make sure they haven't missed one, right?
Yeah.
Land is such an important part of this game that the more you can get. Now this is good. So bringing that back off from Starfield, Nyx trigger.
So gross. So gross. But this is part of the reason why I like Valor Stance in Joel's deck, because he can deal with all these cards. So here's an Eidolon trigger, so we have double triggers here. We have...
There's Valor Stance to clean it up again.
All right. So he's going to try and kill... He's going for the Doomwake Giant, which is fine.
Yep.
But a lot of Blossoms...
Well, I can't hit the other one, so...
It can, because Starfield of Nyx
Oh, yeah.
turns into a 4/4, so... Oh, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. Delicious. But Brad's starting to get to that board state now where it's going to be tough to beat. Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. Joel has to find a Stormbreath Dragon ASAP to go over the top and start punching in damage.
Yep. That's funny.
He's like, here's the Nyx Fleece Ram. He's like, we're gonna draw a card.
It can attack for 2.
Yeah.
So that's funny. And here's the thing, guys. Nyx Fleece Rams wasn't seeing... What's that?
I don't think it is 5, right?
What do you mean? Come again?
Don't you need X on Starfield for that ability?
No, it's just static.
Really?
Yeah, it's a layer effect. So that thing is a 2/2.
Man, the cards you never see played.
Yeah. And Mr. Winfrey, don't forget, we will be talking about Mana Gorger Hydra, after this game, because you're asking about that in Heroic. So we're going to touch on that in just a minute. So Brad's board's getting out of control, and I think this is like a Birthing Pod style deck where it's going to win with a lot of threats in play. And here's a Sigil of the Empty Throne.
Yeah.
Trigger. So that's going to be a 5/5 as well.
Neg some boards, makes a 5/5.
This is rough.
Draw some cards.
Yeah.
Is there anything it doesn't do?
And this is why I lost, because every card becoming a threat, it's just really hard to beat.
Yeah.
So here comes an attack.
I will beat you in the face with my enchantments now, right?
Oh, absolutely. So he's going to Valor Stance the Sigil of the Empty Throne. He's also going to Valor Stance, this is fantastic, using Valor Stance to hit Starfield of Nyx, which is great. What's that? Oh, 5 or more enchantments in play. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just 1 second as we're reading the card here. I want to make sure that he doesn't lose his Starfield there, because it's other. Each other non-or enchantment. So that is not a creature. He couldn't attack with Starfield of Nyx.
Time out.
Time
Pause
out,
the
guys.
game.
Gonna pause that. Here you go. We'll let them know that, guys, because that would be a rules violation. Don't want the game to go on too much further, but that can't happen. So Starfield of Nyx, guys, fine print on the bottom half of that card says each other enchantment. So that means that it can no longer be a creature. Thus, Valor Stance should be in his hand, not used there. So players are going to get a warning for that, because that's how that one goes. So Joel's going to go ahead and take a read there, guys. And we're not going to cut away from the broadcast. I like showing people this because sometimes you're in that spot, right? And you want to see how it would be handled. And this is what we're doing. So they might just stick with it. We're going to find out. And I guess I'm going to get some information from my co-commentator here. Co-commentator, excuse me, from what's going on there specifically. So I'm just curious, kind of quiet while I listen in, guys, because that's half the fun of being the commentary. Get to listen to the game and hear what's going on. So Brad will take a draw. Looks like Doomwake Giant was his draw for the turn, and we're going to get a little bit more of an update live from the horse's mouth itself. Please, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so it's GRV.
So
Game
general
rule
violation.
games rule violation for both of them.
Yep.
Warning for both for failure to maintain proper board state. He thought it was a creature. Joel also thought it was a creature. So he Valor stance it to kill it.
Yep.
Enough has happened that we can't rewind and go back.
Okay.
So what's happened has happened.
So it's not a repairable board state, and
Nope.
we're going to continue on as
Warning for both of them and continue on.
Well, if you're Brad, that's a big eye-opener. Now you know. And now
If
we
you're
all
Brad, you're super sad because you just lost your Starfield Nyx for no reason, right? Like,
know. No reason.
talk about punishment.
Yep. But his board state is getting a little bit better with the...
Double Doomwake?
This is unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to pound that deck real hard to find something that's going to get you out of this spot.
Joel just kind of Hulk smashing that library. What does he need to get out of this? What's the sideboard giving him? It's got to be a board wipe, right? Got to have it. Will he windmill slam is the question.
I would.
Oh my god, he rips it!
There we go.
Are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a game.
Keep in mind, it's destroy all creatures and all auras attached. So even if he had enchantments, those things are hitting the road packing. What a... Oh my god, that's fantastic. Let's see what we got. How does Brad follow up? With an Urborg. Herald of the Pantheon to play. Pass back.
It's okay, not great. I think Joel's draw is a Chain of the Rocks.
I mean...
You're at 8. It's like, how much do you want to take, right?
Yeah. How much risk reward are we going to do here? That was a hell of a draw.
But if the Starfield and Nyx was still out,
oh yeah,
all this stuff would be coming back, right?
Well, if the Starfield was still out, that Banishing Light could still attack for 3, and this game would be much, much further away. But it's not. So guys, this game's crazy. Aha. Nyx Weaver Spider.
Okay, so that's going to do some work.
Nyx.
Now, let's see if he wants to sack it now just to get value and bring back... I think he will.
Well, yeah, because he can cast,
Yep,
he can
exile
cast Starfield
this.
right now.
Bring back the Starfield. Cast the Starfield.
Gain a life. Okay, love it. So up to 18. And guess what's coming back next turn? Doomwake or Sigil of the Empty Fun. We'll see.
It's going to be one of them.
Yeah, you might want to have a look-see. It's gonna be pretty bad.
I wouldn't even mind Eidolon of Blossoms. Like, you're not putting lethal out there, but you're drawing cards, right?
Right. So here we go. Give me that now. It's getting bad.
Yeah, at this point, I would just put Eidolon of Blossoms out.
Yep.
But
You wouldn't. He's at 6. You wouldn't just go for it, eh?
with what?
Well, I'm saying if I get...
I don't have anything that kills him, so...
No, but if I get a Doomwake out, that's cool too. And here's a 5/5. I don't mind it. Although I respect your line to get more cards and stay ahead that way. That's probably correct. As you draw a land.
Well, in the following turn, like, on my upkeep, I'm just going to...
Flashing in a Dictate.
Sure.
Looking real good last game.
Here's a Roast. Nothing to target, but soon we'll have something.
Yep. Absolutely. And now we're going to have a 4/4 Angel join the party as well. So, enter the battlefield, ETB effect. Hey guys, what's going on? Siege Runner, nice to meet you, man. What's going on? We're checking out Abzan Constellation, battling down some red-white aggro, as you can tell. Oh, man, he's been drawing well.
Yep.
Sweet Jesus on a bicycle. Important to remember, that's a 4/4 now.
Yeah, I think he missed his first trigger off the Sigil.
Yep.
Unless the Sigil says cast. I'll have to bring it up and have a look.
Yep. Worth looking into. Any green-black elves tonight? I do not believe so. But we're going to check that out as well. So there's a Roast, shows in the Banishing Light. And that's going to be a big collection there, guys. So, GG's. Brad gets the win. Goes up to the 1-1 bracket.
Yeah, it is whenever you cast.
So it's cast. So it's not. We're not going through the loophole of
Nope.
Starfield and Nyx.